by species that are better adapted to warmer temperatures, which can alter the composition and diversity of the alpine ecosystem. The shifting of vegetation zones can also have a cascading effect on other organisms, such as pollinators and herbivores, which rely on specific plant species for food and habitat. In addition to climate change, human activities such as tourism and development can also have a significant impact on the alpine environment. Increased tourism can lead to trampling and disturbance of vegetation, pollution, and littering. Development, such as ski resorts and roads, can also lead to habitat destruction and fragmentation, which can alter the composition and diversity of the alpine ecosystem. The use of motorized vehicles in alpine areas can also result in soil erosion and the destruction of vegetation. To mitigate the impacts of human activities on the alpine environment, conservation and management strategies are essential. These strategies can include the implementation of zoning and land use regulations, the development of sustainable tourism practices, and the promotion of renewable energy sources. Education and outreach efforts can also be crucial in raising awareness of the importance of the alpine ecosystem and the need to conserve and protect it. One important conservation and management strategy for the alpine environment is the protection of biodiversity. The alpine environment is home to a wide variety of plants and animals, many of which are adapted to the extreme conditions of the ecosystem. These species play important ecological roles, such as pollination, seed dispersal, and nutrient cycling. The loss of biodiversity can have cascading effects on the ecosystem, affecting the survival of other species and altering ecosystem function. To protect biodiversity in the alpine environment, conservation efforts may include the establishment of protected areas, such as national parks and wildlife reserves, which restrict access and protect important habitats. These areas may also include measures to control the introduction of invasive species, which can displace native species and alter the composition and function of the ecosystem. Conservation efforts may also involve the restoration of degraded habitats, such as the planting of native species to stabilize soil and prevent erosion. Another important conservation and management strategy for the alpine environment is the monitoring of ecosystem health and function. This may include the measurement of water quality, soil health, and the abundance and distribution of key species. Monitoring can provide valuable information on the impacts of human activities and climate change on the ecosystem, and can inform conservation and management decisions. Finally, a crucial aspect of conservation and management in the alpine environment is the involvement of local communities and stakeholders. These groups may have important knowledge and expertise on the ecology and management of the ecosystem, and may have important cultural and economic connections to the environment. Collaborative approaches that involve local communities and stakeholders can help to ensure that conservation and management efforts are effective and sustainable. In addition to conservation efforts, research is also critical for understanding the complex interactions between organisms and the alpine environment. Research may include the study of plant and animal adaptations to extreme conditions, the role of microorganisms in nutrient cycling, and the impacts of climate change and human activities on the ecosystem. This research can provide valuable insights into the functioning of the alpine ecosystem and inform conservation and management decisions. New technologies, such as remote sensing and molecular biology, are also providing new opportunities for research and monitoring in the alpine environment. Remote sensing technologies, such as satellite imagery, can be used to monitor changes in vegetation cover, snow cover, and glacier extent.